ये स्लाइड पढ़ा ना है मैम?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the main objectives of production system are efficient of producing goods and services, right quality of the goods, the quantity of the goods should be right. And what is the timing mean here? The timing means we are in a particular specific time frame. You need to position or lined up the product materials and deliver to the market, because you know that in the packets whatever we are purchasing from the market, it has its manufacture date as well as its expired date. Okay, so based on this, especially with the food products, with the food items, these are healthy as well as with the very safety precautions, with proper packagings. You need to, or the production house need to send it to the market for reaching towards the customer. Hence, the timing is very much important. This is the objectives of this is the first few objectives of the production system. If we calculate the next production system, then another one is that optimize resource utilizations. Optimize resource utilizations. Wherever the resources for the production of any good is required, that much production, or that much you can say the resources you need to, or the production house need to give it to the productions. Why? Because if any ingredients or if any material is not been properly given, preparing from raw materials to the finished product, then may the productions will go to the damage, or may the productions will uh, not be appropriate in term of quality and in term of quantity. Hence, it is the responsibility of the customer to utilize the proper resources for manufacturing the products. And apart from that, another important activity objectives of production system is the demand of the customer. We know the customer demand is endless. You cannot complete, or you cannot fulfill the demand of a customer. So this is an important task, and this is the important responsibility, you can say, of the marketers or the production system, that to fulfill the demands of a customer as far as it possible. Say for example, the car manufacturer, the car modifiers. Now assembling of the car, the designing of the car is completely based on customers' opinion, customer setup of mind, customers' uh, uh, intentions, that with the product, that this is the quality of product I should use. Based on that reviews, based on the feedback, the customers' demand fulfilled by the manufacturer companies. Understood this part? Because if you cannot provide the or you cannot fulfill the demand of a customer, then your productions or your competition edge or your competition level will not going to find any edge. So it is very much important to meet up the customer demands, especially with the food products, especially with the market, especially with the manufacturing products, and so on so. So these are the market objective of the production system. Next slide. Now, objectives of the production system is number one, efficiency and cost reduction. It means that the efficiency means the productions. Say, for example, I am using any electronic goods. That is, a say, for example, I am using a stand fan of the company called Crompton or say Havels. I am using this product, electronic products. Now, being a customer, what will be my first priority? To check the efficiency of that particular product. I need to check the efficiency of that particular product. Then come to the next is about the cost of the product. If the quality of the product is far more good with proper efficiency, with proper each and everything is up to date, then customer will never find hesitations pay the amount that been demanded by the marketers for that particular product. But if the efficiency is not good, the quality is not good, though the brand is there, but there is no quality is there, then what will happen? Company or the customer will hesitate to pay the amount that has been demanded by the marketers. Understood one thing. And apart from that, cost reductions. What is the meaning of the cost reduction? Cost reductions means minimum wastages of the raw materials, of the labor categories, of the equipments, of the machineries. Okay, that is called the cost reductions. As much as far as was possible, every marketers, every production team or production house, every factories or industries, their first priority is to look after the efficiency of the product, and the next one is how to reduce the cost, how to save electricity, how to save the environment, how to save the wastages, minimum wastages. Okay, these all the efficiency and cost reduction. Now here the another points that I mean to say need to say is optimize resource utilization. Minimum wastages, maximum output from all the resources like material, labor, and equipment is crucial. Okay, these three are the important areas every production team, every marketers, every industry should look. What is that? The materials from where you are purchasing the raw materials, that is one of the most important thing. Then the labor, how much you are paying the labors. Okay, whether you are providing the facilities or not, and account for, and apart from that, equipment, what are the tools you are using, whether the tools are properly matched up with the production, with the final products or not. If the equipments are not good, if the tools are not good, then you cannot give the efficiency in the production, you cannot show your efficiency in the production. So these are the important. Next is cost efficiency. Reducing the production cost through efficient processes and resources management is a key objective. Now, what is cost efficiency? Reducing production cost through efficient process. Now, efficient process, what does it mean? Efficient process means the in the management level or in the executive management level or HR level, every member of the board of directors of any company, board of management of any company, or HR, they need to be very much efficient through this process. They must be aware of this continuous production system. Why? Because you know the resources is the key objective. You know resources is the key objective. As you know, If I say you, or if I give you the best simple example of it, see how our parents manage the resources and distribute the resources equally, not equally, distribute the resources according to the requirement. This is the management part. But the household members or the parents need to be very much cautious and need to be very much aware of it. Okay, if not, then what will happen? If not, if this thing will happen, then you cannot run your production team, you cannot run the company, you will, the management will fail. The same way, you not go beyond the thinking of the management. Just think of our house. If our parents are not so much well equipped, if our parents are not so much of well educated, if our parents don't know how to manage the resources, how to allocate or distribute the resources properly, then finally what will happen? Every end of the month there will be a shortage of money, there is a shortage of the capital or resources. As we know, being the salaried employee in this India education system, we only get the salary on once, that is on 30th or 1st of any date of any month. So when the salary first come to our house or home by any parents, their first priority is to count and distribute the fund allocation according to the requirement. And what is the extra, what the extra is remaining, that to be handed over to the second main head of the household management, that is maybe our mother or wife. Okay, that is their responsibilities. Now, what this second member of this family you will do, this second member of the family will do is their responsibility is to look after the resources and properly allocate and distribute the resources according to the requirement and need. Okay, so what will happen if may there sometimes you, the member of any household member find, the main member find that there is a shortage of capital or there is a shortage of resources, then what will happen? The second highest member of the family, they will, he or she will going to help to come out from this situation. This is called the cost efficiency. I have tell you based on the example of the daily uh, family members who are maintaining this type of and who are efficient enough to maintain the cost efficiency in the house. Next is continuous improvement. What is this continuous improvement? Implementing uh, implementing lean production techniques and continuous improvement initiative can lead to further savings and efficient gains. What is this continuous improvement? Now, continuous improvement in the sense is that every members, every employee from the highest level of the body to the lowest level of the body of any company or any industry or any factory or any production house, they are need to be well trained, well educated, proper education, proper training they should be given. Why? Because then only they can improve. And if the improvement is continuous, then what will happen? Finally the company will see that their point of view, so finally the company can see that they are on the competition edge, they are remain on a very good and suitable and very good position. Why? Because they, the members, the employees of this particular team or this particular members, they always try their best to have the improvement, that is continuous improvement. See, okay, so these are the efficiency, these are the objectives of the production system. Next slide. Now, objective of the marketing, objective of the production system, there are another important point is meeting marketing demands. There is always important how to meet up the or how to meet up the marketing demands. That is right quantity and quality. This is one of the most important thing. That is producing the quantity of good and services that meet customer quality expectations is vital. Now, for this, I can give you one example. One of my students, okay, ex-student, now he is an employee of a very good reputed company. Once he asked me, sir, to meet up this crisis of this say financial issues, why not our government trying their best to means why not our government focused much of their time on printing more and more notes, more and more money, and circulate into the market? Then what will happen? Every from lower level to higher level, the from poor, very poor in people to rich people, everybody has the same equal amount of money. Then where is the problem lies? My answer is that government knows that if this will happen, then there is another areas where there is a run of shortages of maybe food, maybe of oil, maybe of manufacturing companies, maybe of food products. Why? Because whenever there is a liquid cash been there, every human being, in every human being, then what will happen? They finally want to purchase the property, they finally want to purchase, they want to purchase lot of things. So what will happen? There is another shortages of maybe food product, maybe of agricultural item, maybe of production, maybe of food items and all. Then there is a huge and huge numerous prices will be seen in the people. Why? Because money can only be fulfill your demands, but not your means not your hungry. Whenever this thing will happen, maybe the people find it out that they are the shortage of food products. Then what will happen? They finally going to chew the paper or what? They finally going to chew the notes or not? What? So this is a very wrong conception. That is why it is important that each and everything should be on a right quality, not so much higher, not so low. It should be having a right quality, right amount, right percentage. Then only it will going to run, then only it will going to flow. Then the quality should be kept at its best. You should be, every production team, it will be in a best quality. Whatever the production that will be produced by the company or bringing to the market, the quality should be best of quality. Then what will happen? Finally the customer will see, the finally the customer can see, and finally customer will give more and more preferences on purchasing those goods. This is called the right quantity and quality. Next is timely delivery. What is this timely delivery means? Delivering the product and services on time is essential for customer satisfaction and maintaining a competitive edge. Okay, maintaining a competitive edge. So timely delivery means delivering product and services on time is essential for the customer. While delivering the food products on time, it is very very important, because this will going to create a immense impact in the perception of a customer view. That why? That okay, these are the products that always been delivered on time, so we not to waste on other product, and we should buy this product. Okay, they will have the knack to buy those products. So this is one of the important strategies for every businessman, that every product should be timely delivered. Every product should be timely delivered, and to keep themselves on the edge of the competitions. Okay. The next one is demand forecasting. What is this demand forecasting is all about? Accurate demand forecasting helps in planning production schedules and managing inventory effective. Now, demand forecasting means every businessman, every production house, every team need to find it out the way to how to fulfill the demand of a customer. Remember one thing, every customer had to find it out the fulfilling of the demand of the customer. This is the main primary objective of a customer, primary goal of a customer. Apart from that, the main intention of every customer, that anyhow I had to fulfill the demands. I had to fulfill my own demands. And wherever the customer can find that if I go to this particular area, if I go to this particular shop, I can fulfill my every demand. Use 99% of the customer will go and visit to that particular area, to particular that shop only, because they know that yes, if I go there, I will definitely my demand will be fulfilled. And keeping in this view, every businessman or every salesman, every production team, production house, or every industries, or you can say every marketers, they are also tried their level best to forecast the demand of a fulfill the demand of a customer. That is why in today's generation, feedback is very, very important. Everywhere there is a feedback. It's if maybe it's online or offline, the feedback is very, very important, because this feedback will going to meet up the demands, meet up the services that have been provided by the production house or production team to the customer. Am I clear? These are the objectives of the production system. Next slide. Third one is production planning and control, efficient production planning, continuous production, inventory management. Now, this efficient production planning, developing and implementing effective production plans that optimize resources allocation and scheduling is crucial. Efficient production planning means the way to develop and implementing the plan and effective production planning that going to optimize the proper allocation of the resources and scheduling for the crucial moment of time or crucial point of time where there is a huge demand, where there is a requirement of a huge supply, where there is a requirement of a huge resources. Then there will be, then this particular point will going to work, that how this efficiently they have product or make a plan for the production. Then continuous production, ensuring a continuous flow of productions with minimal downtime and interruptions. This is another important part, that you need to go with the continuous flow of the productions, never ever going to stop the productions in between. Then what happened? See, we have the customer, we the customers have a very good intentions in our mind. And what is that intention? Every time on onwards, whenever we try to purchase the same product, it goes on continuing the same, follow the same method and strategy. As I have given you the examples earlier, our father used to buy the same soap, that is body soap, from the same company of same brand of the same particular shop. Such type of customers are also there available in India. Okay, so keeping in this view, the production should be have a continuous flow, never ever going to stop the production. What will happen if this going to keep a break in between? Now if this going to keep a break in between, what will happen? The customer intention will going to shift from this particular product to another product, and that is a very dangerous sign for any production team. Remember one thing, that is a very, very dangerous sign. Sim, say for example, suppose you are or we as a customer purchasing one particular food product from the particular shop for near about 6 months, say for about 1 year, say for example 2 years, more than 2 years. Okay, continuously we are purchasing. Now suddenly there is a break in between of purchasing that product. See, for example, oh, sorry to say, now for the next 2 months this product will not be available in the market. Few customers are there, they will wait for that particular product, but maximum customers are there, they will going to shift from the particular product to the next product. It's really happened. So everything need to be planned categorically, everything need to be planned categorically. Then only this production team or production house or the marketers will be on the competition edge. Otherwise what will happen, they will, there is, if there is an import interruptions, if there is an minimal downtime, then finally it will be creating, going to create a big drawbacks in the productions team. Next is the inventory management. What is this inventory management? Maintaining optimal inventory levels to avoid shortages or excess inventories. Yesterday also I have explained use this inventory management, but here the same point has been given according to the context, according to the points that is maintained. What is this? Maintaining optimal inventory level to avoid shortages or excess inventory. What is this inventory? First of all, need to understand. Inventory means the resources, the capital. Okay, if you're going to start any business, you need to have a very sufficient capital in your hand, then only you then another inventory is the labor. If there is a shortage of labor, the production will be a shortage. There is a deficiency in the productions of a raw materials of a complete material. Then what will happen? It will going to demoralize, or it will going to demarcate the level of the productions. Then another inventory is the market, the salesman and the market properly on time sending the finished product into the market. That is another inventory. So these are all the levels of inventory. You need to understand resources, capital, labor cost, efficient with proper equipments. These all are the inventory levels, and every company had to check their inventory level. Okay, if anything miss or anything short, then you will the consequences may be a very on a high note. The consequences will be on a high note. Understood? So that is why these are the production planning and control, and with three points: efficient production, continuous productions, and inventory management. Next slide. What is the next slide? Now, the another important slide is objective of the production system. Other considerations: quality control, flexibility, employee training and development, technology adoptions. What is this other consideration? Quality control. This is another important check. You need to find it out. The quality of the things. Okay, that is implementing quality control measures to ensure products meet the required standard. Quality is very much important. We are going to Sweet Mart shop, and we tried our best to purchase a good sweet, of good quality sweet for our guest. Now, for example, if any day we find that that particular sweet mart or sweet shop not giving a quality that was been given provided earlier, then maximum customer will going to shift their intention, will shift their desire of purchasing sweet to any other from any other shop. They will not going to continue with the same shop. Why? Because the quality and the quantity is deteriorated sometimes by the shop owner. I have just given you the example of it. The next point is the flexibility. What is this flexibility is all about? It is about adapting production processes to meet changing market demands and product variations. Production state. This is adopting production process to meet changing market demand and production variations. Flexibility. You know, there is always we should have the every production house should have their flexibility. What is the meaning of flexibility? Changing from one product to another. What does that mean? Say, for example, again I am repeating the same example of the Britannia biscuit, Mary biscuit. Now this Mary biscuit is a, you can say we as a Indian family members, we keep this biscuit in our staple diet because we know Mary biscuit is good for health. We always keep this biscuit in our staple diet. We are not we are not plattering this biscuit to our guest. For our guests, some others cookies biscuits are there, but on a regular basis We consume this Britannia, Mary biscuit, or any other biscuit. Now, say for example, if the Britannia company is not flexible enough to change the packaging system, changing the ingredients, changing the quality, taste, every time they are maintaining the same product, they are giving the same with same quantity, with same price, then finally with same price now, with sometimes prices up and down, sometimes prices will be fluctuates, then what will happen, customer will generally going to shift their intentions from purchasing that particular product to another product, they will going to British Farm or any other product of this Mary biscuit. That is why flexibility is important, and this is very important to be, to see if you are growing, if you want to grow, if you want to check your growth level, then this is one of the most important part to the flexibility is one of the most important part. Then another important is employee training and development. This is another important, you need to train the employees, you need to develop the employees. If you are not training, giving the proper training and development to the employees, then what will happen, the employee will uh, products manufactured the same product because they doesn't have the ideas, they doesn't have the knowledge, they doesn't have the skill to upgrade. So finally what will happen, they continuously for many years and so on, they try to produce the same quality and quantity of goods. That is why this is one of the most important for an employee's part of view, that they are need to be trained properly, giving them ideas, giving the knowledge that this is the way you need to develop, these are the ways you need to upgrade the your productions, your employees, then only you can see the marketers on a competition edge. Then there is another important is technology adoption. AI is, now the world is on based on completely on AI, not completely but 70% of on AI. So what is this? This require a adoption. Adoption means every company need to adopt the technology. Okay, because if the equipments, if the tools, if the technology is not there in any market or any production house or any factories, then finally what will happen, that factories will not grow simultaneously as compared to the other. That factory will not grow, factory will not going to be continue in a long run processes. Why? Because there is the shortage of technology adoption. Okay, so these are the objectives of the production system. Come to the next slide. Ma'am, please go to the next slide. Now, what are the scope of production system? What are the scope? The scope of production system encompasses all aspects of transforming input into output, from initial planning and design to final product delivery and quality control. This includes facility, location, plant layout, product design, process design, production planning and control, quality control, material management, and maintenance management. I don't think this slide I need to explain each and every line. It is very clear and simple, the scope of production system. Okay, location, one of the most important prime location. If you see any shop is in the prime location, then automatically the footfall of the customer will be higher as compared to the or as compared to the other shops or other malls which are outside the city. Then next is quality control. Then next is product design. The design of the production should be flexible, it should be changed as the time goes on, then only customer will be attracted toward this. The next one is process design, the way of processing. If that you are adopting the technology, if you are adopting the AIs and new tools, new equipment, new machineries, then there is a maximum chance of process of designing, the process will going to change. If the process is going to change, automatically there is an improvement in the production. Then production planning and control, You need to product the plannings, when to switch on the market, when to switch off the product from the market, when to deliver the products onto the market so that it will going to give a high returns. These are the things we need to understand. Then control, quality control, you need to check the qualities. You need to check the you need to check the quality. Never ever any businessman compromise on the quality, because if any mishap happen during the quality check, then finally it will be in a huge loss. Then material management, the means the raw materials management, that should be managed properly. And the last but not the least is maintenance management. Maintenance means how much you are wasting your money, your resources, your capital on the maintenance. If every day or every week onward you find that machineries are not working properly, sometimes the equipment and tools are not functioning properly, then what will happen? The scope of production system will be much more lower as compared to other. ठीक है, वो प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम हाई नहीं हो सकता है अगर उनका मशीनरीज, इक्विपमेंट, प्लानिंग, डिजाइनिंग, लेआउट, प्रोडक्शन स्कोप, ये सारा मैनेजमेंट, ये सारा अगर सही तरीके से नहीं हो पा रहा है, एक जैसा नहीं हो पा रहा है, तो वो क्या होगा फिर? उनका जो प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम जो है, वो प्लानिंग जो है, प्रोडक्शन जो आपको जो एज में लेके जाएगा, आप जो कंपटीशन में बने रहोगे, वो फिर आपसे छूट जाएगा, वो जो पोजीशन है वो छूट जाएगा। इसलिए हमेशा अपने आप को अपग्रेड करना इज वेरी मच इम्पोर्टेंट। ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ प्रोडक्शन मैनेजमेंट के लिए नहीं, ये हमारे लिए भी ये बात बिल्कुल सही है। इफ यू आर नॉट ट्राइंग आवर बेस्ट टू अपग्रेड आवर स्किल्स, इफ यू आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू learn something, learn new things, then what will happen? We the positions will be in a stagnant every time. The position will be in a stagnant position, हमेशा वो पोजीशन जो होगा वो स्टैग्नेंट पोजीशन रहेगा, वो अपग्रेड कभी नहीं होगा। ठीक है, इसीलिए अगर उस पोजीशन से दो, जैसे बहुत सारे कहते हैं, बहुत सारे एम्प्लॉयज कहते हैं मेरा आज तक प्रमोशन नहीं हुआ, वहां तक रह गया। तो मैं उनसे कहता हूँ या फिर उनसे कहते हैं कि आपने अब तक क्या सीखा और उसका यूटिलाइजेशन कहाँ कैसे कैसे किया? तो वो कहते हैं मैंने अब तक कुछ नहीं सीखा है। तो अगर आप कुछ नहीं सीख रहे हो, कंपनीज को अगर कुछ आप दिखा नहीं रहे हो, तो आप फिर एक लाइबिलिटी बन जाओगे, है ना? कहीं भी जगह पर जहाँ आप लोग काम कर रहे हो, वो फिर आप एक लाइबिलिटी बन जाओगे, एक बोझ बन जाओगे। और जब वक्त ऐसा आएगा कि आपको लगेगा कंपनीज को अब इसको रिप्लेसमेंट की जरूरत है, तो फिर आपको रिप्लेस कर देगा विदाउट एनी इंफॉर्मेशन, विदाउट एनी नोटिस। तो किसी भी कंपनी पे जहां आप काम कर रहे हो, लाइबिलिटी कभी मत बनो, एसेट बनने की कोशिश करो। यू शुड बी एन एसेट टू दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी वेयर यू आर वर्किंग, नॉट एज अ लाइबिलिटी। ओके, लाइबिलिटी को हमेशा खत्म कर दिया जाता है, हटा दिया जाता है, लेकिन एसेट को नहीं। ओके, सो दिस इज द स्कोप ऑफ अ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम। नेक्स्ट क्या है? व्हाट आर द की एरियाज विद इन द स्कोप ऑफ प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम? कौन कौन सा वो की एरियाज है जहां पर हम प्रोडक्शन सिस्टम को जांच कर पाते हैं? फैसिलिटी लोकेशन, द लोकेशन ऑफ अ फैसिलिटी, प्लांट लेआउट एंड मटेरियल हैंडलिंग, and the third but not the least is product design. So facility layout क्या है? Facility location क्या है? Choosing the optimal location for a product facility, considering factors like cost, accessibility and proximity to resource and marketed. Proximity का मतलब क्या है? Proximity का मतलब होता है डुप्लीसिटी। रिमेंबर वन थिंग, proximity means डुप्लीसिटी, डुप्लीकेट माल पहुंचाना है। ठीक है, ऊपर से कॉस्ट जो है ज्यादा ले रहा है, डुप्लीकेट माल तो बना ही रहे हैं लेकिन उसमें कॉस्ट ज्यादा चार्ज कर रहे हैं। एक्सेसिबिलिटी ओपन हो गया है, ठीक है, वो फिर क्या होगा आपके लिए? फिर वो डाउनफॉल हो जाएगा, वो डाउन मार्केट में चला जाएगा। नेक्स्ट है प्लांट लेआउट एंड मटेरियल हैंडलिंग, डिजाइनिंग द फिजिकल अरेंजमेंट ऑफ द फैसिलिटी एंड द फ्लो ऑफ मटेरियल्स within it to optimize efficiency. What is the meaning of this? This meaning is that the physical arrangement of the facility, जो भी facilities आप provide कर रहे हो, आप कंपनी को दे रहे हो, वो आप बढ़िया तरीके से प्रोवाइड करवाइए। चाहे आप सर्विस दे रहे हो कस्टमर को, दैट ऑल्सो, इफ यू आर प्रोवाइडिंग द फैसिलिटीज टू द एम्प्लॉय, दैट ऑल्सो, देन ओनली इट विल गोइंग टू रन। Facility is one of the most important arrangements that need to be looked up by every company's executive. Then the flow of the materials, there should be the continuous flow of the raw materials and the finished product. If the raw material is stopped at one point of time, then it cannot be converted to the final product. That is why the continuous improvement and flow of raw materials is required. Then optimize efficiency. Optimize means proper allocation of resources. पहले भी बताया हूँ, आज भी बता रहा हूँ. प्रॉपर एलोकेशन ऑफ रिसोर्सेस, रिसोर्स का जो प्रॉपर तरीके से एलोकेटिंग करना है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. अगर आप प्रॉपर तरीके से रिसोर्सेस को एलोकेट नहीं कर रहे हो, फिर वो एक चांसेस रहेगा कि आप जो है मिसयूज कर रहे हो. फिर आप ये सब हरकत करने में उतर आओगे कि आपका प्रॉफिट नहीं हो रहा, आपका टर्नओवर बढ़िया से नहीं हो रहा है. तो क्या होगा, उसका फायदा क्या होगा? आप डुप्लीकेट माल बनाओगे ताकि आप ज्यादा प्रॉफिट अर्न करो. जब डुप्लीकेट माल बना रहे हो, जब पता चल जाएगा कि आप लेवल सही लगा रहे हो लेकिन अंदर का जो प्रोडक्शन है दैट इज प्रोडक्ट है, फाइनल प्रोडक्ट है दैट इज डुप्लीकेट, देन फाइनली द कस्टमर विल गोइंग टू शिफ्ट फ्रॉम द स्पेसिफिक एंड पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट टू सम अनदर प्रोडक्ट. आपका लॉस हो जाएगा. तो optimize efficiency of resources is required. Then the product design. What is this product design? Defining the characteristics, features, and functionality of the final product. What is this meaning? What is the final product? जो भी final product आ रहा है उसका जो फीचर्स है उसको प्रॉपर तरीके से फीचरिंग करना, उसका फंक्शनलिटी करना और उनका प्रॉपर तरीके से कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स जो है उनका जो आप मेंटेन करना. फॉर एग्जांपल, व्हाट आर द इंग्रेडिएंट्स इन द मार्केट, व्हाट आर द इंग्रेडिएंट्स दैट यू आर इनपुटिंग input in the product, that is the market. There is the thing, how much means how much quantity of the ingredients that you are putting in it, that is another thing. What is the maximum weight of this product, that is important. What is the manufacture date of this product, that is important. What will be the expiry date of this product, that is important. Each and everything you need to mention on the level of the production product. That is called the product design. That should be the product design. ये पहले नहीं था. इस तरह से कुछ कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स जो है वो अपना मतलब क्या है, अपने आप को ओपन रखने के लिए पहले करते थे बट लेकिन फिर बीच में बंद हो गए. बट आफ्टर द एफसीआई strong actions, legal actions by the government of India, now again this have started. If you are purchasing a small toffee of cost 1 rupee, परचेजिंग आप उस कॉफी के टॉफी के पैकेट के पीछे भी, रैपर के पीछे भी देखिएगा वो पूरा इंग्रेडिएंट्स, मटेरियल्स, कब उनका मैन्युफैक्चर्ड, कब एक्सपायरी है, क्या क्या कितना कितना मात्रा में वो इंग्रेडिएंट्स डाला गया है, वो सारा कुछ उस पे मेंशन्ड है. This is called the product designing. Understood? Next one is next slide, ma'am. Process design, determining the steps and method used to convert raw material into finished products. Okay, रॉ मटेरियल को कितने बढ़िया तरीके से, कितने अच्छे तरीके से आप प्रोसेस डिजाइन करके फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में डालते हो. Then product planning and control. Finally, the planning the product schedule, allocating the resources, and monitoring the production process to ensure timely and efficient output. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट क्या है, आप अपना प्रोडक्शन को किस तरह से स्केड्यूल कर रहे हो, आप किस तरह से अपना रिसोर्सेस को प्रॉपरली एलोकेट कर रहे हो, और उसके बाद आप कैसे अपना प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस को टाइमली एंड एफिशिएंट वे में इंश्योर कर रहे हो, कितने अच्छे तरीके से आप प्रॉपरली रिसोर्सेस को एलोकेट कर रहे हो, रिसोर्स को अपना प्रोडक्ट्स को पोजीशंस कर बना रहे हो, कितने जल्दी आप मार्केट में उस प्रोडक्शंस को सेंड कर रहे हो. दिस ऑल आर द planning part and control part. What is the meaning of control? Inflation rate, inflation rate. जब inflation rates आता है तब आप अपने आप को, अपना प्रोडक्शन को किस तरह से कंट्रोल में कर रहे हो. When there is a demand high but the supply is low at that particular point of time, how you are maintaining? But the supply is high but the demand is low at that particular point of time, how you are maintaining the control of the products. This all comes under product plannings and control. Then quality control, implementing measures to ensure the quality of the product and services produced from raw material inspections to finished product testing. ठीक है. फाइनली क्या है, आप कैसे अपने प्रोडक्शन, अपने कैसे क्वालिटी कंट्रोल कर रहे हो, प्रोडक्ट एंड सर्विसेज को फिनिश प्रोडक्ट में कैसे ट्रांसफर कर रहे हो, किस तरह से रॉ मटेरियल कहां से आप परचेज कर रहे हो और उसको क्वालिटी किस तरह से आप दे रहे हो. दिस ऑल कम्स अंडर द कंट्रोल. This all are been the duty and responsibility of some supervisors. Their responsibility has been divided, that some supervisors they look after the quality, some supervisors they look after the control of the price, the inflation rate, some of the supervisors they need to check the planning and productions. Okay, each and every duty and responsibility is in divided, and according to that every time onwards, that is the responsibility of the factory's owner or the production team to give the proper training to the employees, to the supervisors, so that they can guide well and the company can be on a competition, remain on a competition edge. These are the key areas with the scope of production system. Next is material management. What is this? Managing the procurement, storage, and distributions of raw material and suppliers. Material management is another important. The storage, how much you are capable enough to store the raw materials in your warehouse, and proper distribution of raw materials and supplies according to them. This are comes under the material management. The next one is maintenance management, ensuring that equipment and facilities are maintained in optimal condition to prevent breakdowns and ensure continuous operations. This is another important thing. This is another important part. This is another important part, that the facilities that are maintained in proper conditions with which breakdowns and ensure continuous operation. जहां जहां इसलिए देखिए ना, मेंटेनेंस एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है। कुछ भी मेंटेनेंस, आप घर की छोटी चीज ले लिए ना, आप प्रॉपर तरीके से अगर उस चीज को मेंटेन नहीं करते हो तो क्या होगा, वो ब्रेक डाउन हो जाएगा। अगर ब्रेक डाउन हो गया तो आगे जाके आपको सर्विस नहीं प्रोवाइड कराएगा। द सेम थिंग विद द फैक्ट्रीज ऑल्सो, द कंपनीज ऑल्सो, द प्रोडक्शन हाउस ऑल्सो। If there is a breakdown is there, if there is a proper distribution of the work is not been done, if there is a maintenance is not been done, repairing is not been done on a particular point of time, तो कभी ना कभी वो ब्रेक डाउन होगा। अगर ब्रेक डाउन होगा, आपका प्रोडक्शन फिर रुक जाएगा। प्रोडक्शन अगर रुक गया तो सप्लाई ऑफ रॉ मटेरियल, सप्लाई ऑफ द फिनिश प्रोडक्ट्स में इफेक्ट पड़ेगा, मार्केट में इसका बहुत बड़ा हैम्पर होगा। इसलिए देखिएगा, मेंटेनेंस जो होता है वो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट होता है कंपनीज का। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड। सो दिस आर द ऑब्जेक्टिव। देखिए वो फिर लास्ट में वही सब जो जो मैंने पढ़ाया है वही सब पॉइंट वाइज किया हुआ है। मैक्सिमाइज एफिशिएंसी, ensure quality, meet customer demand, minimize the cost, improve productivity, enhance flexibility, ensure safety and reliability, reduce time, improve supply chain integration, and then last but not the least is support sustainability, means incorporate environmental friendly and sustainable practice to production process. ठीक है, दिस इज अनदर इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। ओके, सस्टेनेबिलिटी को इंप्रूव करना, एनवायरमेंटल प्रैक्टिसेस को आगे बढ़ाना, improve supply chain collaborations with the supplier and partners, ensure smooth operation। operations अगर बढ़िया से स्मूथ हो तो आप उस चीज को improve कर सकते हो। reduce lead time, then minimize the time between order receipt and delivery। उसके बाद ensure safety and reliability, maintain a safe work environment and रिलायबल प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस। सबसे ज्यादा क्या होगा, आप अपना प्रोडक्शन जो प्रोसेस है उसको सबसे ज्यादा रिलायबिलिटी एंड सेफ्टी करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। देन इज एनहेंस फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी, अडॉप्ट टू चेंज द डिमांड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट मिक्स or the improvement, then minimize the cost। Cost is very much important, you need to check the cost, you need to check the productions, you need to check or maintain the quality of the product। ऊपर से meet customer demand, which is another important point। Always remember one thing, delivery the products on time, services on time, and also the quantities that has been delivered, that should be properly with proper ingredients। Okay, that is called the customer minimum cost, customer demand। The next one is ensure quality, the high quality products and services should be consistently provided to the customer। High quality products should be consistently provided to the customer। Okay, the last but not the least is maximize efficiency, optimize resources utilizations and minimum waste, proper allocation of the resources, proper utilization of resources on time, and try to waste minimum. नीचे से लेके ऊपर तक, फिर ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक, दोनों वे में मैंने समझा दिया. एनी डाउट? कोई डाउट है? लाइन में कोई नहीं है. मैम नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. Production Planning and Control, PPC. It is a system that coordinates and manages the entire production process from planning to executions to ensure efficient resource utilizations and timely completion of product. It involves determining what, when, and how much to produce, as well as overseeing the actual production process to meet क्वालिटी, कॉस्ट एंड डिलीवरी ऑब्जेक्ट. ये जितने भी सारा मैंने पढ़ाया, ये सारा जो उसका जो मेन सार बात यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ है. पीपीसी जो है प्रोडक्शन प्लानिंग कंट्रोल, इट कोऑर्डिनेट एंड मैनेज फ्रॉम प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस, फ्रॉम प्लानिंग to execution of the planning, to efficient resources utilizations and timely completions of the product. This all comes under production planning and control. Okay, next slide. Next slide. Now, what are the key aspects of production planning and control? Production planning. This phase involves making long-term and short-term plan. Okay, or for what products to manufacture, when and how much. It include activities like material planning, capacity planning and operation scheduling. Okay, तो प्रोडक्शन प्लानिंग क्या होता है? प्रोडक्शन प्लानिंग होता है, इट इज अ शॉर्ट टर्म प्लान. एक शॉर्ट टर्म प्लान होता है जहां पर प्रोडक्ट्स मैन्युफैक्चर कब करना है, कितना क्वांटिटीज में, कितना क्वालिटीज में करना है, और कितना कैपेसिटी, मटेरियल प्लानिंग कैपेसिटी में करना है. दिस ऑल कम्स अंडर प्रोडक्शन प्लानिंग. The next is production control. This is another important part. This phase this phase focuses on ensuring that the production plan is executed effectively, including managing the production process, monitoring the process, and addressing any deviations the plan. प्रोडक्शन कंट्रोल कैसा होता है? प्रोडक्शन कंट्रोल मैंने बता दिया था. मैनेजिंग द प्रोडक्ट्स, सिंपली प्रोडक्ट्स को मैनेज करना, प्रोसेस को मैनेज करना और मॉनिटरिंग करना. सुपरवाइजर से जो काम करता है ना, यही काम तो करता है, प्रोसेस को मॉनिटरिंग करना. ईच एंड एवरी टाइम द प्रोसेस हैज बीन मॉनिटर्ड. एनी डेविएशन फ्रॉम द प्लान, कोई भी प्लान से अगर डेविएट हो जाता है, सो सपोज से फॉर एग्जांपल ये डेडलाइन है, इस डेडलाइन के अंदर मुझे ये प्रोडक्ट को सप्लाई देना है, तो सुपरवाइजर का काम होता है किसी भी तरह से, किसी भी एंगल से वो प्रोडक्ट को कंप्लीट करना है. इट्स नीड टू बी कंप्लीटेड ऑन टाइम. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रोडक्शन कंट्रोल. एम आई क्लियर? इज इट क्लियर टू यू?
Yes, sir.
एनी डाउट? नो ही बोलोगे, मुझे पता है, नो सर. ठीक है मैम. फिर आज शाम को रहेगा क्या क्लास? मैं आज शाम को रखेंगे. और कितना स्लाइड बाकी है इसका? अच्छा, ठीक है. मैम ये लोग शाम को 6 बजे या 5 बजे क्लास कर पाएगा? तब छोड़िए, तब वही 7 बजे ही रखते हैं. ठीक है, तो 6 बजे हम 6 बजे बता दिए, 6 बजे ठीक रहेगा. ओके.